So we've talked extensively in the past about the notion of Mockingbird Media. Mockingbird Media is a plan, a strategy, a tactic in trying to get the populace, the public, you, to believe certain things because you've heard them multiple times from multiple places. And the more you hear it from various locations, from various channels, from various reporters, you begin to believe it just because you've heard it multiple times. The same thing is going on now regarding Antifa. And we're going to play this Mockingbird Media stuff first. Then we're going to show you the facts behind Antifa and other organizations. And I believe you'll get a much better understanding. This is very important because this is one of the key things that's being pushed right now. And I believe we'll need to understand as we go through the coming days and weeks. So let's see what they're trying to get us to believe.
This is an entirely imaginary organization. There is not an Antifa.
Like, I don't even know what Antifa is. There is no group.
It's not even like far-right groups like the Proud Boys and Oath Keepers. Compared to right-wing extremists, Antifa-linked violence is rare and limited.
It isn't an organization. It is in many ways mythology.
It's not like the Proud Boys or the Oath Keepers, sort of defined terrorist organizations with leadership that leads violence.
It's not a highly organized movement. It's a moniker. It's not a unified group like the Proud Boys are.
Things like Antifa are things that are thought up.
It's all in this guise of going after Antifa, which is nothing. There's no organization called Antifa.
Nobody's a member of Antifa because it doesn't exist. They are just declaring into existence something that doesn't exist.
There is no Antifa organization, so maybe that's good for social media. But it really is non-existent.
They exist on the internet in chat rooms and in 4chan and Discord and places like that where they run discussion boards, trade tactics, documents, things like that. But none of them are called Antifa.
All of that is false. Mm-hmm. Every one of them. Now, we played in our last session information regarding a briefing that Trump received in this past week. I want to play a little bit of each of these again because I want you to hear certain things one more time. This is important because not only is Antifa organized, it has been organized for a long time and has deep structural components in the monetary flow, in communications, in personnel. Let's hear. I may get these in the wrong order, but bear with me here.
Just a story about violence and chaos, as you alluded to, Mr. President. This is a money story. And at the Government Accountability Institute, my colleague and I, Peter Schweitzer and our team, we followed the money. And we followed it to the top of what we call the protest industrial complex, Riot Inc. And we found a network of NGOs. It's not just the Soros network, the Open Society network. It's other funding networks, the Arabella funding network, the Tides funding network, Neville Roy Singham and his network, Foreign Cash. And it's also big left-wing funders. Some of them are not citizens of this country. Mr. Hans-Jörg Wyss of Switzerland. They're pouring money into this entire ecosystem. And so I want to share 3 money facts with you about what we call Riot Inc. Number 1, like any corporation, Riot Inc. has many divisions. It doesn't just have the Antifa boots on the ground division. It has PR divisions. It has marketing divisions. It has a very well-funded legal division to get these boots on the ground back on the streets as quickly as possible.
That sounds like an organization to me. Now let's hear from a specific reporter that had experience seeing some of the people on the ground.
Yeah, my name's Nick Shirley. I'm 23 years old. I'm a 100% independent YouTube journalist. And over the past year or so, I've been able to go to 15 countries. I've hung out with people in the gangs of Brazil, in the favelas, in the prisons of Secot. But yet the most dangerous places I have been here in the United States, unfortunately. And I've had the opportunity to show people about the protest Antifa here in the United States, and there's nothing organic about what they are doing here in the United States. I've watched people be bussed in from states. I've watched the same lady at a protest in Atlanta be bused to protest in DC and then in New York City. There's nothing that is honest about what they are doing. And they have signs. I've seen the same signs here in DC and in London as well.
So now we understand, one, it is an organization. It is funded. It is well funded. They have communications. They have legal structure. They have the ability to schedule and move people. Now, a few minutes ago, we talked about the bureaucracy, the Humphrey executive versus United States finding that allowed people to get into the government and not be able to be removed. That goes back to 1935. Isn't it interesting that the Antifa is actually an organization that dates all the way back into the 30s as well? In 1933, Antifascist Action was the paramilitary wing of the Communist Party of Germany. It really existed. And look at the flag. Look at the emblem they use. It is simply almost the mirror image of Antifa today here in the U.S., which is the paramilitary wing of the Democratic Party here in America. Don't think this is real? Well, there's a picture from back in the 30s in Germany with the old Antifascist, I think that's the right pronunciation, flag and sign up on a building and more. This is real. This has been around for, what is that, 90 years, almost 100 years. Do you think that they aren't an organization? You would be wrong. They are funded. They have the ability to communicate, to allocate people. And again, we said last time, they want us to believe that these are our kids that are standing up for this stuff. Well, they would like them to be. They would like to ingrain our children into these things. They'd like to incite them and get them involved, but that's not who's driving this. And it's critical that we understand that, because this will continue until it is fully dealt with, I believe. Here's an example. The author of, there's actually a handbook, how to be a part of Antifa. And after the group was classified a terror organization by Trump recently, this gentleman fled the country, probably wisely. Now, when we see cases where action is being taken in various cities to bring Antifa and other protesters under control, this is why. These are not folks that are taking this lightly. They're paid. They are allocated. They are meant to do certain work, and they need to be stopped. So
let me jump in there, Bill, because I got something I want to show. This is from years ago at CDM. If you search for Brennan and Antifa in 2020, and this is one of the reasons we got deplatformed, Obama, Brennan importing overseas terrorists into U.S. to form Antifa. We have the receipts there. And then later in the month of August that year, Deep State delayed Trump's Muslim ban because it prevented Brennan's jihadis from entering the U.S. to train, form Antifa. And then if you look at this one from, this has been reposted, German Antifa coordinator denies coordinating Antifa in the U.S., then reporter shows proof. So if you search for Antifa in Germany on cdm.press, we had this years ago. So it's fascinating, how early we've been, Bill, but back to you.
Well, and we've been trying to ring the bell on this for a long time. I'm hoping that people are hearing that bell now. This is important.
Yeah.
It is not going to go away until it is forced away, and whatever that takes is going to be what it takes. So, shall we take one more quick